Some martial arts were designed to kill. No rules, no mercy, lethal intent. But which martial art is the deadliest? Considering that we're talking about lethal force, it's a question that can be, well, difficult to test. Welcome to KNS-TV Sports Martial Arts. Today we're going to take a close look at the world's most lethal martial arts. From classic Japanese defensive methods to modern military combat systems, and lots of things in between. Make sure you watch till the end. One last thing, you've got to remember to destroy that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and smash the like button for the algorithm. That'll mean a lot to our channel. Judo. Judo is most of the time underrated as a martial art. The only reason it's not more prevalent in MMA competition because many techniques rely on gripping a gi or upper body clothing. Well, we don't have that in MMA. But outside of competition, where an attacker is wearing clothes, judo is extremely dangerous. In fact, in Japan, hundreds of people have died practicing judo. Judo throws are wild and can very quickly disable an opponent. If you've ever trained in this Japanese martial art, you'll know that the most critical skill to learn fast is how to land correctly. A solid judo throw will not only knock the wind out of you, but it can also snap tendons and break bones. This isn't seen more often because judo practitioners are trained to land correctly and throws are done on the mats. But a masterfully executed judo throw on a sidewalk? Ouch! Need more facts on how effective judo can be? Ronda Rousey got Olympic gold medal in judo, about as credentialed as one can get. When she transitioned to MMA to test her skills against other disciplines, she won her initial 15 fights in a row, with only one lasting more than a single round. Taekwondo. Taekwondo is a striking Korean martial art that makes this list due to its vicious and forceful kicks. From the roundhouse to the axe kick, there's a wide variety of techniques that can knock you unconscious before you even blink. Taekwondo kicks are brutal to telegraph and can be thrown at a distance where your opponent can reach you with their hands. So together with the power generated from the big muscle groups of the lower body, yep, definitely deadly. Combat Sambo. Born in the 1920s, Combat Sambo is a Soviet martial art that uses a mixture of punches, kicks, knees, elbows, chokes, throws, and locks. And that's not it. Combat Sambo also permits soccer kicks to the head, headbutts, and groin strikes. Isn't that deadly? UFC World Champion in lightweight Khabib Nurmagomedov is a two-time World Combat Sambo champion. He's currently 28-0, undefeated in MMA competition, often by total domination. It's genuinely not a coincidence. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, BJJ. BJJ is mainly a self-defense-based grappling system built for smaller or weaker practitioners to compete against stronger competition. But offensively, it's highly effective, even versus the world's best martial artists. It's also been used against other martial art techniques for many years and has repeatedly come out on top. A major example of this is BJJ legend Royce Gracie and his run in the first days of the UFC, where he battled against much bigger competitors, including boxers, wrestlers, and judo athletes. Royce went on to win UFC 1, 2, and 4, each time he fought numerous times in a single night. Plus, after more than 20 years of MMA fights, BJJ remains one of the most dominant styles in mixed martial arts, despite the evolution of many fight styles. To sum up, a chokehold is capable of cutting off your blood and oxygen reserve in a matter of seconds. Deadly stuff. Karate. Karate incorporates the whole body in the fighting. Kicking, punching, elbows, throws, and open-handed knife strikes are all welcome. And Kyokushin Karate allows blows with full force and fighters carry no protection. Karate is different from other deadliest martial arts on this list because it focuses on the mind as much as the body. With a concentrated mind and a fully trained body, karate can quickly become one of the deadliest martial arts in the world. Muay Thai. Muay Thai is widely recognized as the world's most effective striking art. This fighting style is commonly known as the art of 8 limbs. Why? Because it utilizes all 8 extremities: fists, elbows, knees, feet. Unlike many forms of martial arts, this makes it effective at all striking ranges. Like Taekwondo, kicks can be used to hold an opponent at range, but brilliant elbow strikes and powerful knee strikes come into play if an opponent gets into grappling range. Muay Thai was created to deliver versatile and devastating attacks that can batter the human frame at ease. Imagine broken ribs and shattered orbital bones. Yep, that level of pain. In fact, it's usual for Muay Thai fighters to have blood in their urine for days after a fight. Yep, another day in the office. Brutal stuff, and definitely a lethal martial art. There's been a multitude of deaths in the Muay Thai ring documented in recent years. Kung Fu. Kung Fu is one of the most ancient Chinese martial arts. It was developed mainly to be used for hunting and self-defense. Bruce Lee made Kung Fu famous in the Western world, where he shocked and amazed audiences in his martial arts films. There is obvious evidence that Kung Fu is effective as a modern-day fighting style, too. Lots of UFC fighters have a Kung Fu background. Some notable pro MMA fighters that train in Kung Fu include Roy Big Country Nelson and Kung Lei. Wing Chun. Wing Chun on the deadliest martial arts list? Yup, it's true. Some high-level UFC fighters have called for the Chinese martial art of Wing Chun techniques to be banned in MMA competitions. When practiced all out, Wing Chun's techniques are savage and brutal. They're not designed for sport, but instead are meant to incapacitate an attacker. Notably, many Wing Chun hand strikes aim to cause eye and throat damage. Rampage Jackson and Wonderboy Thompson are the most famous big names in MMA that have asked for a ban on Wing Chun techniques. Eskrima. Arnis, also known as Kali or Eskrima, is the national martial art of the Philippines. The style emphasizes weapon-based fighting with sticks, knives, bladed weapons, various improvised weapons, and open hand techniques without weapons. For hundreds of years, Filipinos have nurtured this tradition and the skill of fast punches, grabbing hands or feet, disarming, and killing people. The philosophy of Eskrima is that the absence of weapons does not always mean you cannot kill an enemy with your bare hands. Modern Eskrima has two versions. One has full body armor with masks, while the other, a little more brutal, takes place in illegal fights with metal sticks and a little sponge. Krav Maga. Krav Maga is about martial arts sporting competitions in any way. It's a fighting style developed initially for the Israeli Defense Force to inflict the maximum amount of pain possible. It's incredibly aggressive, fast-paced, and often uses techniques that can deliberately end an opponent's life. There are no evident fighting rules with Krav Maga. In fact, there's one goal: neutralize the enemy. That might sound pretty intense. Well, it is. It's true, Krav Maga's exceptional techniques are not often seen in MMA. One reason is that specific Krav Maga strategies like eye gouging are not permitted in MMA competitions, but the context of the skills is various too. In Krav Maga, you are looking to swiftly disable a gun-wielding attacker or fend off multiple attackers at a time. On these occasions, Krav Maga is a deadly tool. Indeed, that doesn't mean Krav Maga is better or its practitioners could become UFC champions. It all depends on your goal. Ninjutsu, also known as Ninpo and Shinobi-Jitsu, is a Japanese martial arts set of different skills. That includes espionage, gathering information, navigating and surviving in nature, hiding and sneaking, camouflaging, avoiding enemies, infiltration, passing natural and artificial obstacles, fighting with bare hands, different weapons, and hand tools. Today, ninjutsu is followed by tens of thousands of people, of all ages, in hundreds of halls worldwide. It's become an extremely effective integral system of self-defense and one of the deadliest martial arts in the world. Line system. The linear infighting neural override engagement, or line system, trained over 750,000 U.S. Marine Corps for combat. The system possesses head stomps, eye gouges, knee strikes, and groin grabs. These techniques are outright banned in sporting competitions and certainly help a martial art to be considered deadly. Regarding lethality and the capability to generate deadly force, it scores highly, but there are some drawbacks. Line was removed from standard U.S. Marine training due to its inflexibility and replaced by the Marine Corps Martial Arts Program, MCMAP. Silat. Ever heard of dirty boxing? Silat is an Indonesian martial art that includes dirty everything from strikes to joint manipulation. Salat sparring sessions are classically done with no protection and almost always involve one of the fighters leaving the ring with injuries. Defense forces throughout Southeast Asia still use Salat as part of their training. What do you think? Do you agree with our list of the deadliest martial arts, or is there any other we should add? Make sure to share your opinion in the comments section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss an upload, and you can enjoy the excellent content we send your way.